A billionaire sat sprawled in a chair that wasn't his, one polished shoe pressing dangerously close to the belly of a black woman 8 months pregnant. With a menu lifted like a weapon, he sneered, "Read this, and maybe you can stay." Laughter rippled through the dining room, sharp as glass. But Naomi Carter, calm and unshaken, refused to bend. What happens when cruelty collides with truth, and the test no one expected becomes a fight for life itself? He leaned back in the chair that wasn't his, one foot pressing dangerously close to the curve of her pregnant belly, one hand raising the menu like a weapon. The dining room's chatter stuttered and died. "If you can read this menu," the billionaire sneered, "I'll let you sit." His voice was sharp, cutting, meant to draw laughter. And it worked. A ripple of cruel chuckles rolled across the white tablecloths. Naomi Carter did not flinch. She smoothed her palm over the swell of her stomach, her other hand tightening around the strap of her purse. Servers shifted, eyes darting away. A hostess coughed into her sleeve. She stood still, steady as stone. "You want me to prove I belong," she said, low but clear. "Fine. But when I do, you'll remember who truly owns this room." The maitre d' leaned toward her with a rehearsed smile that excluded her entirely. "Madam, perhaps another table, less formal, would be more appropriate." His words slid like oil, polite but edged. Naomi's jaw clenched. She showed her reservation text. "We booked this spot weeks ago." The billionaire tapped the menu against his knee, each rap a drumbeat of authority. "Reservations can be lost. Privilege cannot." Laughter prickled again, sharp and cold. Naomi steadied herself, remembering her grandmother's lessons. She lifted her chin. "Go on then. Test me." He grinned. "Start here. Mezzi platter." His mispronunciation was deliberate. Naomi's voice was even. "It's not listed correctly. Your garnish oil contains sesame, unmarked. For anyone allergic, it's a silent trap." Forks paused midair. The chef stiffened near the kitchen door. The billionaire scoffed, but his smile faltered as Naomi's words spread through the room like a crack in glass, daring him to laugh again. The billionaire snapped his fingers. The chef hurried forward, eyes narrowed. Naomi didn't waver. She turned the menu, tapped a line with her finger, and said, "Here. The harissa glaze, dangerous with beta blockers. No warning, no asterisk." The chef's face tightened. "She's correct," he muttered. The billionaire raised the menu high, hiding behind its glossy surface. "This is theater," he declared. "You're out of place." Naomi ignored him. Her gaze shifted to a corner table where a boy's chest was heaving, his lips tinged blue. His mother clutched his shoulders, whispering desperately to a server who looked frozen. Naomi stepped forward, her voice calm but cutting. "Your son is having an allergic reaction." The billionaire lowered the menu, his eyes locking on the child. The laughter collapsed into silence. The room trembled with a new fear, one that no wealth or title could dismiss. All eyes turned to Naomi. Naomi crossed the room in steady strides, her hand already reaching for the EpiPen the frantic mother fumbled out of her purse. She knelt, belly pressing against the table edge, and guided the mother's shaking hands. "Outer thigh. Hold. Count to 10. Her voice carried the weight of command, not suggestion. The boy gasped, color slowly returning as the medicine took hold. Waiters hovered, powerless. The billionaire stood rooted, the menu slipping from his grip to the floor. Naomi glanced up at him, her tone firm as stone. "This isn't theater. This is life. You wanted a test. Here's the only one that matters." The sirens wailed closer outside, their echoes sealing the truth in every ear. The maitre d' swallowed hard, whispering, "We'll cover everything." Naomi shook her head slightly. "Not enough. He owes more than a bill. He owes justice." The room waited for his answer, but none came. Silence itself passed the verdict. Paramedics rushed in, confirming the boy was safe, his breathing steady. Relief swept the room, but Naomi's focus stayed sharp. She rose slowly, resting a hand on her stomach, and faced the billionaire. He looked smaller now, shoulders sagging, pride punctured. The maitre d' asked softly, "What should we do?" Naomi's reply was unwavering. "Change the menu tonight. Train your staff tomorrow morning. And set up a fund, $500,000 now, $1 million this year, for community clinics and emergency care." The billionaire hesitated, his lips parting but no excuses forming. The crowd's silence pressed down until he finally muttered, "Done." A murmur of shock spread, followed by scattered applause. Naomi didn't smile. She slid a note beneath her water glass, "Be kind before you're forced." Then she turned toward the window, claiming a seat not by his permission but by her own presence. The room felt altered, reshaped by a truth no wealth could deny.